Thank you very much. I welcome you everyone to a strange presentation, maybe. Well, I have 3 topics that I would like to share with you. Well, I'm not a guru, and it's clear. Well, I deal with internet stuff for quite a few years, about 20 years. And I will not start with a formal presentation. It's not my style, so I'm not going to talk to you initially about me. I'm not going to talk to you about my company, our projects, our clients, and everything like that. If we have time, I'll tell you some things at the end, but depends on the time. So, no way. I'll talk to you about some things I find interesting. One of these things is that I consider important is that when we talk about a website, about anything, about any project on the internet, nobody knows. Maybe the owner of the project and the designer. And that's how everybody starts. We start from ground zero. So I will not talk to you about interesting things like how we can better have results promoting our website on the internet. This should be a topic that takes time. Many tricks we can do on that. I will stick in 1 or 2 of these. So I will not talk to you about what somebody can see when watching a website that the others cannot see. We may see a very beautiful website full of graphics. Somebody may consider that there is a text-to-code ratio, that it's too much coding, that the search engines will get confused regarding the keyword density. Things like that I will not talk about. Maybe you already know. So these are some of the very few things that everybody can search a little bit on Google and find out how you can promote your website. I'm not going to talk to you about this. But I will explain to you which are the topics I chose for today. This demonstration is short, and I'll try to make it as more precise as possible. I'll talk to you about 2 promotion tips I consider important. I will talk to you about my concept, the way I see things, and this also applies to websites. I think we do not see the same thing when we see a website. Everybody can see something different. I will stick a bit on that. This applies also to our relations. We may think we coordinate, we may think we communicate, but let's see if it is like that. And I want to focus a little bit on the use of social media. I will expand a bit more on what Professor Donahoe started talking to you before about the social applications of that. I think it's the time for that, and I can explain to you why. If we have time, there is some teamwork that I would really love to have some ideas from you. Well, that is 16 years ago, I registered a website that was virtualplanet.com. At that time, it was a dream. I don't know if it makes sense. In Greek, we would say at that time the Dead Sea was still sick. I don't know if that makes sense for you. Now, this dream, as I see it, it can become a nightmare. I'm not pessimist. I'm pessimist if I consider the reality. I'm optimist when I take into consideration only the way I see things. That is the reason. I will talk to you later about a poet I met sometime in the street in Athens last century, when he was saying, when you take this button and you fix it yourself, it costs 10 pence. If somebody is doing this for you, it costs your freedom. I will talk about this because now internet is not just an external media, it's in every one of our computers. We store there our private, sensitive information. If we had time, I would like to practice some live hacking to see how everything is so clearly visible while we think we are protected simply because we have a password. Things are not like that. So, point number 1. Nobody exists on the internet until Google knows. This is nice from one point of view. This is dangerous from another point of view. It matters how Google ranks our websites, and we do not control that. So, first important tip as I see it. This tip is good and bad, depends how we use it. It's like a knife. What do you think can be the best thing and the worst thing for a website? I would like to have your opinion on that. The best thing for a website and the worst thing for a website.
Coming up first in search results.
Closer to the microphone, please.
Coming up first on search results.
Yes, how can we come first at search results?
You can take, for example, WikiLeaks. It has a very good part. It's freedom of information, but it has a very bad part because freedom, in some cases, is bad.
All right, let me be more specific. What is the best thing we could have for our website, and how this could become the worst thing at the same time? Please.
Visitors.
Yes, visitors. How visitors come. How they will find out we exist.
Commercials sometimes.
Yes, please. There is no right or wrong. There is only feedback.
It's like a very important thing for us is traffic, so to have people coming in. And the way you can do this, like most common is like word of mouth. Like when you're satisfied with, if you're looking for something, you can find that website, and that website really suits you. Then of course you're gonna talk about it. And when you talk about it, lots of people will talk about it, and then that goes crazy.
All right. Okay. The most important thing is links. Visitors find us through links. If we have incoming links, it's good. The more we have, the better it is. It's like we have many doors for people to have a chance to come in. And why is the worse? Because in many websites you see there are many outbound links. That means if somebody finds you in this chaos of the internet, you give them many choices to go away. That is why I consider that links we have to use wisely. We need as many incoming and nearly no link going out. That is a very small tip. And this is important also because Google believes that link is a vote. Look, Google has a very, very advanced algorithm on how to bring search results. Many parameters there. It's of their interest first. It's of Google's interest first. If Google cannot give us precise search results, we would go and search from somewhere else. They lose a lot. So the more accurate are the results, the more we use it. To safeguard that we search from Google, they have to have a very good algorithm. So one of the main points, because I'm not going to talk about all of Google, one of the main points is for Google that the more people, the more websites they link to us, the more people show us their trust, or their stupidity. Their trust means like, oh, go there. If I tell you go to this shop, if I tell you, oh, visit this website, I should have a reason. It's not just counting how many people give us a link, but who they are as well. If I set up a useless site and I point to the website of your university here, Google is not interested on that. It matters who you are. Because if I set up a website today, there is no content there, no visitors, and I have a bunch of links there pointing here and there, Google knows that nobody links to that website. So even if this website links to anyone, it's useless. Consider links as a vote. A vote of trust. So we need as many incoming and as less outgoing. Tip number 1.